Hey, thank you for checking out the video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Arkfeld Ultra, and I am not going to do a normal review of this light just because most people are familiar with the Arkfeld series. I'm mainly going to be talking about what makes this one unique, main difference being the material. So as you can see here, it says made with OAL, basically Olight aluminum, I believe is what that stands for. I watched the release video Olight did on this material, really cool. Seems to be a very strong aluminum alloy that they've used for this flashlight. And a few things I learned from that release video are that they've used a special jewelry cutting technique here to get this texture on the side. And just to give you an idea of what that feels like, it feels like very grippy but very shallow cuts. Feels really good traction. And I've said this on my very first video on an Arkfeld, very first flat flashlight I've tested. I wish they had texture toward the end here for when you pull it out of your pocket. And this has that all the way to the back. I really like that. Second thing I'll say about OAL is kind of the color of it. Now this is I believe it's oxidized, but other than that, this is the actual color of the material. They have not, this isn't anodized or anything like that. This is the natural color. What color is it? That's a good question. I'm not too good with colors. To me, it looks like a cross between OD green and coyote tan. It's like a super earthy tone. Like if those two colors got mixed together, I think it would be similar to this right here. I'm a big fan. And then another thing I learned from Olight is that they've sandblasted the surface to give it a little bit of texture, and it feels really good. So yeah, premium material. I am a big fan of this material just on the basis of how it looks and how it feels. I welcome any other flashlights made in this material. But yeah, basically in closing on what makes this flashlight unique from other Arkfelds. One thing I noticed, I don't know if this is different on other Arkfelds or not. I don't think so, but to get to turbo, it's a triple click. So that is different because usually triple brings you into strobe, and then double is the turbo, but on this one, double brings you into strobe. So I won't try to blind us all there, but yeah, that's a difference in UI. Other than that, it's all the same. When it comes to the white light, you do have a laser pointer right here. Sorry about the paint on my hands. Been painting my garage. But yeah, I got a laser pointer. If you want laser and light at the same time, you can double click and get that. You can see a little laser pointer bouncing around here. So if you want to point something out and have light at the same time, you can do that. And then on this left side, you've got your UV right here. So verify bills, check out just how nasty your surroundings are, whatever you need to do with the UV light, you've got that. Look for some bark scorpions or something like that. That would have been nice to have. My mom got stung by a scorpion once. We live in Nevada. But anyways, yeah, Arkfeld Ultra, big fan of this material. And then yeah, instead of doing a normal review, I still will show beam shots of this because I don't like to make flashlight videos without actually turning them on and showing the beam shots. That'll be next. And then after that, I'm gonna take some sandpaper, the grittiest stuff I have, to the surface here and see what happens. I do expect to scuff it, but I just wanna see what this new alloy is all about. So let's take it outside for the beam shots now. Starting off, we're gonna be checking out the 1 lumen moonlight mode, the lowest output setting possible for the Arkfeld Ultra. This has an 11-day runtime, pretty impressive. Next, we're jumping up to low, 15 lumens, really nice low level of output. This has a 55-hour runtime. It's my pup over there getting a drink. Next up, we've got medium 100 lumens, and this has a 9-hour and 45-minute runtime. So 100 lumens here. Lighten up most of the yard. Here is the high mode next. It's going to be 420 lumens. Now this high mode does step down eventually after 135 minutes to 24% brightness for an additional 12 minutes if I'm reading the manual correctly. There's my dog trying to be internet famous again. And then yeah, turbo. They really souped up the turbo on the Arkfeld I think typically it's been 1,000 lumens, but this is 1,400 lumens now. A lot of light, a lot of output from this size of flashlight. Really, it's not that much bigger than a AA light. I mean, it is longer and wider for sure, but it's not as big as a 18650 flashlight. You're still getting crazy amounts of lumen output. This is a beautiful flashlight, so it kind of pains me to do this, but I am just gonna try. I am interested in this alloy and how it's gonna hold up. This is the roughest sandpaper I have, 80 grit. Gonna see if we can scuff it up, what that looks like. So let's see what happens. Now, if I was smart, I would do it on the back here, but I think I'm just gonna go right here on the front. All right. So it does take a little bit off. Maybe just like that oxidized part. That's really not a lot of damage, honestly. Oh, there we go. Did see a little bit there, a little bit of wear on that high point, but it holds up really well. I don't think regular aluminum alloy flashlights would do that well at all. This sandpaper is very gritty. A lot of rough texture on this, so man, pretty impressed with how that held up. So let's get back to the desk for final thoughts. Okay, so OAL, pretty crazy stuff. I'm a big fan. Like I said before, I'd love to see more flashlights come out in this material. Pretty cool. I've never put sandpaper like that to a normal aluminum alloy flashlight, but I think I actually fairly confidently can say it wouldn't hold up as good as this did. Aluminum is a pretty soft metal, but this stuff, Olight tested it with the tension and stress tests and things like that. This alloy performs very well, and they had to use a jewelry cutter to get this texture into the light and soup up their engraving machines to work on this alloy. So yeah, very impressed with it. It doesn't feel too much heavier than like a normal flashlight. I don't have another Arkfeld with me to compare exactly, but still feels about the same. I'm a big fan of the Arkfeld Ultra and then the OAL material in general. So yeah, and then you might have noticed this box earlier. Olight boxes are typically white, so when I saw this, I was like, whoa. I think the last time I saw a black box, if I'm not mistaken, it was, for me anyway, it was the iThanks, or I think it was the iThanks came out one Christmas. But anyway, yeah, cool little box, cool packaging. You've got a foam cutout here. Challenge coin, if you're into that kind of thing. That's what that looks like. And Olight on the other side. Cool coin. I think it's brass, I'm not sure. And then you got your manual. And in here, I think there's also the safety warnings guide, your charging cable. This manual was inside that as well. It's not an unboxing at all. But yeah, with that said, pretty cool flashlight with pretty cool material. Let me know your thoughts though in the comments below, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.